Hey guys and gals, welcome back to chemistry. Today we're going to continue our work with pH and pOH, except now we're going to be able to reverse it from having pH and pOH, and we'll be able to find our concentrations from there. So we're going to add a couple more formulas, but we'll get into that in just a second. So make sure we're on the right page here, page 26, reversing pOH and pH. Today's date is 5/5. All right, so on Monday, we had 5 formulas given to us, right? 4 formulas. Let's quickly review those. We've got pH plus pOH equals 14. All right, that's the easy one to remember. We have the hydronium ion concentration times our hydroxide ion concentration. Woo, that's a rough looking one. Erase a little bit of that. All right. Is equal to 1 times 10 to the negative 14th. We have pH equals our negative log of our hydronium ion concentration. And we have pOH equals our negative log of our hydroxide ion concentration. Today, we're going to add 2 to that. So the reason I wrote these all out is so maybe we can add all 6 of these to our post-it note. So these 2 are going to be added today. We have the hydronium ion concentration equals 10 to the negative pH, and we have our hydroxide ion concentration equals 10 to the negative pOH. Now, the only thing that's different here is we still need a calculator today. If you need a calculator, go grab it, hit pause, come back, all right? But what we need to do is we're going to hit the inverse log button, or we're going to hit second, just like we do for E. We're going to hit the second button, and then we're going to hit log. All right. And on your calculator, on my calculator, it looks like 10 to the X, but it's right above the log button. All right. It should look something like that on your calculator as well. All right. But if you know where the log button is, you just hit second and then that log button. All right. So let's see what we got. Kind of jump right in with our formulas here. The first one, it says, what is the hydronium ion concentration if we have this pH? So if we look, the one we're going to use is this very first one right there. Hydronium ion concentration equals 10 to the negative pH. So our hydronium ion concentration is equal to 10 to the negative pH. So 10 to the negative 2.55. Now let's talk about how to type this in our calculator. Again, this is for a TI calculator, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure our calculator's on. That's the first step. The first thing we're going to type in is second log, all right? When we type in second log, the thing that should show up on our calculator is 10, and then a little caret, and then a parenthesis. All right? Then we're going to type in, we're going to hit the negative sign, so we should see a negative come up there. All right, then we're going to type in 2.55, which that should look like 2.55, and then we're just going to hit equals. And our answer should come out to be 0.00, make sure my decimal's showing up there, 28. And remember, we're keeping 2 sig figs, so those zeros out front do not count. So we have molarity. That's our hydronium ion concentration. Most of our calculators probably gave us that answer. Some of your calculators could have said 2.8 times 10 to the negative third. Whoa! All right. But I kind of doubt it. All right. So my guess is that's what it looks like on your calculator. Hopefully that's what you got. Okay. Now, if you look at this table looks probably a lot like the table you had in your homework from yesterday. So let's see if we can't work backwards now. Yesterday you had all hydroxide and hydronium ion concentration. So now we're going to work backwards. We're going to have pHs, pOHs, and go from there. All right, so here we go. We have pOH, and our first step, probably the easy one that we want to do, is find pH, right? Because remember, the formula to find pH from pOH is pH plus pOH equals 14.00. So we can plug in 4.12 there in our pOH, And then we can find our pH. So we subtract 4.12. All right, and so our pH then, 9.88. All right, that one was pretty simple, right? Okay, awesome. While we're kind of at that simple, now, is it an acid or a base? pH is above 7, so we're going to say that's a base. Okay, let's change colors as we kind of work to the next one. pOH, we can find our hydroxide ion concentration using a new formula that we just got today. This bottom one right here. Let's go to the purple highlighter so we can know that. So the formula we're using right there is our hydroxide ion concentration is equal to 10 to the negative pOH. Well, we know our pOH, so we're going to say 10 to the negative 4.12. And again, when we type this in our calculator, we're going to type second log negative sign 4.12. Then hit our equal sign. So second log negative 4.12. And this will give us a number. Mine gave it to me in decimal form. Yours could go either way. 0, 0, 0, 0. We have 4 zeros. And then we say 7.6. That's our molarity. Or we could say 7.6 times 10 to the negative fifth. Either way would be correct, depending on what your calculator gave you. All right. Either one is correct. Okay. Now that's that one. Now we have one last one to find. We have our hydronium ion concentration, and we could use do some changing of some colors here. All right. So we're trying to find our hydronium ion concentration from our pH. So we can use this top equation here. All right, which is hydronium ion concentration is equal to 10 to the negative pH. All right, so we found our pH to be 9.88. So 10 to the negative 9.88. Again, typing this in our calculator, we're going to take second log. We're going to hit the negative sign, and then we're going to say 9.88. And then equals. And our answer, this time it's probably given to you in scientific notation no matter what. So 1.3 times 10 to the negative 10th. And remember, our label on that is molarity. Our label on these concentrations should be molarity. So anytime we have concentrations here, have we not used blue? All right, we should have M there and M there. No label on pH or pOH. All right. Hope you do well. If you have questions, please don't forget to email. It'd be great. All right. Thanks. Bye.